Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. A very warm welcome to all of you. Hi, I am Aruhi Tyagi, Associate Dean here at AAFT Online. And I, on behalf of the entire AAFT Online family, welcome you all to this special interactive session on today's topic, which is none other than hosted by Mr. Pankaj Gupta. Well, it's my pleasure to introduce him, who is a seasoned hospitality professional with over 2 decades of experience. He currently serves as the Area General Manager for IHG Southwest Asia and General Manager of Crown Plaza, New Delhi. In his current role, Mr. Gupta oversees the operations of 8 functioning and 2 pre-opening hotels, including the flagship Crown Plaza, New Delhi. Previously, as general manager of Crown Plaza, he led initiatives that significantly enhanced the revenue growth, operational efficiency, and guest satisfaction, setting new benchmarks for the industry. His leadership journey includes key roles with some of the world's most prestigious hotel chains, including the Accor Hotels, Marriott International, and IHG. His notable achievements include the successful launch of a brand new hotel, establishing its entire operations from the ground up. Prior to his current position, Mr. Gupta led operations at Holiday Inn Jaipur, where he was instrumental in driving associate performance, enhancing guest experiences, and delivering the hotel's strategic vision. So please join me in welcoming Mr. Pankaj Gupta, a dynamic leader and a stalwart of hospitality excellence. Hello, sir. It's our pleasure to have you here with us today.
Thank you, Arashi, for a wonderful my announcement and the introduction to all the team members, those who are present out here. And thank you very much, AFT, for giving me opportunity to share my experience on the guest experience, which is extremely important today's time to make sure that our industry give best of the experience to all the guests, those who use us. Allow me to share my screen and talk about a small presentation which talks about how does the guest experience works and what are the way forward, what are the opportunities, and how do we look at minutely to look at the best
So,
of
sir,
cases.
So, sir, before we begin, just small heads up for all the learners and everyone who's joined us here. I would just like to tell you that we at AAFT are offering an online diploma program, which is a 1 year program in hotel management, wherein you can gain cross-functional skills across operations, finance, F&B, marketing, and IT. You will also be guided from the industry mentors, and all of this can happen from the comfort of your homes. So, in case you want to know more about it, please drop in a message in the chat box and we will get in touch with you. Also, in case you have any questions for Mr. Gupta, you can, put those in the Q&A box, which is located right below on your screens, and I'll be taking them up at the end. So, it's all yours, sir.
Thank you so much, Arushi. I hope the screen is visible.
Yes, sir, absolutely.
I have decided or thought to talk about today's about the guest experience and the excellence and the loyalty, which is most important today's time, where we look at um, how do we make sure that our guests are delighted and extremely happy with our services, and they come back to us. Uh, and there should be a repeat clientele where we look at people look forward to a particular hotel, they come back to again and again, and becomes a loyal customer. And with a loyal, there has to be loyalty towards the organization. Be it any brands in today's time, IAG or any international brand, all would like to give exceptional services to all our guests, all our team members, those who are working in the hotel, and the loyalty, which is extremely important to understand that how guests are coming back to us, what have been benefited coming back again and again at the one place in terms of getting a loyalty points, what are the benefits, how it evolves with time. Now the guests can see their points on their mobile, and they can look at things very closely. And this is quite common nowadays, but a lot of strategically things have changed, have moved. So I would like to move forward on a points, on each points. How, you know, when I started a career, it was about word by mouth, that that hotel is good, that hotel is bad, that hotel does great food, that hotel has a great rooms or a great banquet space or great location. But over a period, it has changed with the online reputation, and now no one would like to hear verbally. They would like to go themselves onto the online platform. There are multiple platforms to see how the hotel reputation. So we talk about how is your online reputation, be it OTA channel or brand website or on a many other thing, that how is your hotel been featured in terms of reviews, feedback, or all those feedback has been reverted or been acknowledged. That becomes extremely important. So my feedback to everyone, to all the aspiring hoteliers or those who are working into a hotel, that please look at the online reputation of your hotel, restaurants, your banquets, your other facilities, which is like a health club or a spa in the hotel or a pool. What guests are talking about, it is important to take a download of our online reputation, discuss with your team members, the stakeholders, do a root cause analysis of your reputation and works towards how do you look at improving your online reputation. The work becomes extremely easy for any company or any hotel or any restaurant if your online reputations are so good, because in today any hotel, any business, your share from online, it becomes 40 to 50% of driving business. If this is really good, you are able to drive your business extremely well and you can charge a premium to it. In case you have got a poor online reputation or got a lot of negative feedback, it has become a bit difficult to drive your numbers. People would not like to book your hotel or come to your restaurant or use your other facilities. They would like to pass on to someone else, or they look for some other hotel. So my submission out here is that look at online reputation. In case of negative, work towards to that. How do you improve coming reviews, and try to excel all your online reputation. So today's word by mouth is about new online reputation. I would like to move forward out here. Exceptional guest services and consistency, So how do you look at exceptional services? It reflecting on your online reputation. Today's guests are very smart, well-traveled. They know how does it food look like, what are the great services, and what are they expecting from a brand. Someone staying at a five-star hotel or a four-star hotel or three-star hotel, but the expectations are extremely high. How does it happen that if your services are great, there has to be a consistency? People would like to come back again. In case you do not have, it becomes very difficult. If I talk about Crown Plaza or IG brand, every brand we have talk about tagline of services. Of Crown Plaza as a global, we talk about day to connect and true hospitality. It means that you have all team members working in Crown Plazas go for a certain trainings, which they know that if someone is coming walking to a Crown Plaza, they know that they are expecting such kind of services and consistency to everyone. If you keep a consistency of services, it becomes job become more easy for a commercial team to drive a business of the hotel. Also that SOPs of a hotel being followed strongly or not? Is your team member aware about the SOPs? How strongly you're putting your SOPs in place, like someone is joining at the property on a day one or day two or day three. Are they getting a right onboarding before joining, after joining of the place? Before joining, what kind of information they're getting about a brand or about the hotel? Also, uh, uh, what happens? How are you empowering your team members? It is very important what happened. Team members know about, they have gone onboarding, they have done everything, but they are not sure about what are the empowerment, what been given to them in terms of offering a service recovery to a guest. Once you do that, transparency, it becomes very, very easy for everyone to deliver to the core because each brand has their expectations. It's good for a domestic brand or international brand. People are traveling. They said, okay, fine, this hotel, we are paying this much of money, going to a restaurant, going for a banquet, going for other thing. What kind of service delivery is this consistency is there? If is there, definitely going to reflect on your online. So a submission out here, please look for a consistency, look for your SOPs. Also, in today's time, what has happened that every brand has their own learning tool. If you really spend time on a learning tool, which doesn't cost to the team members, but only thing is that they will really spend time. They really spend time. They will understand how does it work, how does it support them to improve the ways of working or service standards. And also they can do a multiple courses which is free of cost. In IAG, we have got a tool called Merlin tool, which with a lot of information which employee gets on the day of joining, they got access to it. And I believe all the brands has such kind of portals where they get a lot of information. So this is uh, after doing your professional course, after joining a place, maybe you are an experienced or a non-experienced or a fresher. There are a lot of information with people spend time and do a lot of learning. There are a lot of refresher training also in that. I hope this information is will become a real value to you all. I will move to a next point. As I was talking about some time back on reward and recognition and benefits. So every brand today's time has like reward, like IAG rewards. Other companies has their own reward programs. From a time and again, reward program has changed and the benefits of this. But how does it work? It is that when the guest checks into the hotel, the team member should know that what are those reward member, what are those, how you can enroll those guests to a reward members to become, and what are the benefits. If team is not aware about certain benefits, uh, while they have not done right training on joining, they have not done the training on being set platform, being given opportunity, they will not able to execute to a guest. So guests may be coming to your place, to your hotel, to your restaurant, to your other places, but they are not very sure what kind of offering them. So it's very important to a right training and understand this thing from a guest point of view why they will come to you, because from every company would like to have to a great loyalty base benefits to a guest. In case they have a right base, they can sure about a lot of repeat clientele from this point of view as well. In case you do not have thing like IG talks about IG one reward program, which we can say we are top two in the world in terms of getting a reward membership. When the guests are reward members, they've got a lot of benefits. They've got early check-in, late checkouts, room upgrade, free room upgrade. They get better rates also at times when they can book directly. Also, they got a lot of tailored services. If any guest is coming regularly, we know that what kind of room they prefer, what kind of view they prefer. So that's the benefit to a loyalty member. Also, you know, the day you sign becomes member, from there a lot of benefits start. Because there are multi-layer of benefits. When you once you reach to the higher membership, you've been treated like a very important guest at the hotel and with a lot of benefits. Um, got a lot of meaningful perks which someone can utilize for their personal or professional kind of things. So I would urge everyone to understand of wherever they are working, in whichever brand they're working, to make sure that they understand these reward benefits, which you can really pass on to a guest with the meaningful benefits. Um, I would like to move on the other point, which talks about emotional connect. Well, in today's time where we are a lot of digital, a lot of on mobile, lot of room books through without calling to the hotel directly, you book through lot of online channels. But ultimately, the emotional connect really matters to a guest. And there are a lot of internal guests also, like team member, those who are working in the hotel. So both ways. We normally feel that okay, guests are booking through online, they're coming, waiting at reception, checks in, goes to a room, but they have a lot of emotional connect. How does it matter and how does it work? There are multi-layer of guests. Someone is coming for a business trip, someone is coming for a family function, someone is coming for a wedding, someone is coming for a leisure, someone is coming attending an event. All have their own priorities. Like if someone is walking into a hotel for a wedding, at a hotel, what kind of what kind of team member talking about how is your hotel, how close hotel to a temple or to a gurudwara, which they can do a ceremony. Are they really talking about what are the likes and dislikes to a guest? Are we really, in case of any feedback by a guest, and they're sharing it to a front desk colleague or to a housekeeping colleague or to F&B colleague, are we really, uh, you know, reacting to it in a positive manner? Are we have an emotional connect? Also, in such cases, for a team member, because not only from a guest, for a team member, it has become very very important. How are we connecting to a team? From a team, you have a lot of program called Trailblazer, where we appreciate to a team member in a town hall in number of feedback they've got. Like someone's writing that I've stayed at so many so hotel and this person, like ABC person, has done a great job. So we really appreciate there in a town hall that your name is there. So it becomes an emotional connect to the hotel. Okay, I've been recognized the place. We got a lot of winning ways culture at the company where we do a on a every Wednesdays we appreciate our guest into a people's area where someone's done a great job. Like any team member can give a thank you card and appreciate someone. It's again become an emotional connect. Also, we look at how we show we care, and then definitely aim higher. So this is from a people point of view. Uh, we like on the point to work better together. This is on also a create emotional connect. Also a celebrate difference. All those things for a people from emotional connect. How are we going extra mile to make sure that become guests become extremely happy? Someone is coming for a personal event, giving a small amenities to a room. Someone is having birthday, staying, or someone is coming 50th time or 25th time. You celebrating their welcome. It become emotional connect. So more than guests will say, okay, fine, this hotel has got a great reputation. People know by name to me. They know my likes, dislikes. They know everything what I prefer. So it becomes an emotional connect to a guest. Same time, from a people point of view, when you recognize their efforts, it becomes both ways. So our internal both guests are happy and becomes a exceptionally great for any organization. So for like how we talk about, we have got, and when we live at home, we know that the mother knows that what kind of food do I like, what are my preferences. So there's emotional connect to it. Same thing, like, once you're moving out from your house or from your home, going and staying in some other place, and you've been treated same as your house from your likes, dislikes, that's become a preference for you, become an emotional connect. Maybe someone from a South India traveling to a North India and they got similar kind of food like dosa, sambar, and they know the preference. So become an emotional connect of the organization. So I would like to move on to a next point from here, which talks about engage guests, you know. So how we do in our hotel, how do we in our company to, how do we engage with the guest? In today's time, it is very peculiar. But at time, if you're working into a business hotel, your guest has very limited time to connect with you, with the hotel team member. Or someone staying at the leisure hotel, guest has a lot of time to connect. But at the same time, both guests are very important. There are time guests come with a lot of weddings, lot of MICE event, conference event. But how does the hotel connect with the guest to understand their needs and live into their expectations? Like how we do IAG ways of working, we do a lot of pre-arrival activities of a guest. Like tomorrow, a group is coming or a lot of FIT guests are coming. We do pre-arrival. Also look at how many IAG reward members are coming. What are the feedback we have got from other, because it's all interlinked. Let's say if guest stayed at Mumbai and they've got some feedback about the food and like dislike. We have all data available with us which we can look at. So doing a pre-arrival meeting with all, so pre-arrival meeting happened with the ops leaders like F&E manager, front office, reservation, chef. They sit down and talk about there are 100 arrivals tomorrow. So out of 100, what are the five key guests are coming? What are the VIP guests are coming? What are like this like they're coming? Someone's repeat clientele coming. Some guests coming who last time they stayed, they had a feedback about they did not like the food because of XYZ reason, had certain complaints about the property. To make sure that we do not have thing again. Also, there are guest engagement during the stay. There are guest engagement post the stay. How does it happen during the stay? We have done a pre-arrival meeting. Then there are certain guests been given to certain leaders. Some important guests been led by a front office team, someone led by F&B, someone by a kitchen team, someone by other head of departments. They will during the stay connect with the guests, understand that how are they're staying with us. How was the feedback? We would not like to wait that the guest checks out and giving a feedback to us. We would like to connect with them, understand is they really happy with the stay or do have certain feedback without us. So we have a multiple opportunities where where the team members share that guest so and so connected and they got a wonderful stay. Just continue the great services. Or guests did not had a great experience. They got a hitch up into not due to a Wi-Fi connection or a hot water. They are not comfortable into a room. There could be a something about hot water, or maybe they went to a gym, done a great experience from a pool, from a spa. So in case we get a feedback, we move into it quickly, reach out to the guest, do a service recovery, put a message to a room, so and so, there was a feedback, we didn't service correction or thing. So thank you very much coming back to us and giving feedback. And also while the guest come back to the hotel, they see some sort of message into a room, and then we talk to them in person by a front office colleague that we have taken all right action. Post day, what happened? Guest checks out, guest gets a lot of reviews. We got IG service and a survey. There are someone staying from OTAs, they got an OTA survey. If someone is writing on Google, TripAdvisor. In case we get a feedback, positive feedback, we say thank you very much, would like to continue. In case of any suggestions or a feedback which require improvement, so we connect to the guest that Thank you very much for your feedback. We have taken corrective measures, and hence, once you come next time, you will see improvement, and we make sure that such feedback should not occur to any of the guests. So it's pre-arrival, during the stay, post checks out. So how this is how we engage to a guest, and emotional connect also comes out here, where we how are we connecting with the guest. Because what happens, I did not stay at Crown Plaza Mahir Via where I'm staying, but guest is planning to stay, and they open one of the review. They say, okay, there was a negative review, but yes, hotel team has responded into a very positive manner to look into a corrective measures. It motivates me to go and stay there. What happened? There is a review, and there is no revert from the hotel. It's okay, fine. The hotel got a negative review, but hotel did not reacted to it. It means that they at least bother about the feedback. So what is important to really engage with the guest? So what has happened? Coming back to your word by mouth and online reputation also comes out here. So very important to engage your guest, respond to a positive, negative, or a suggestion been offered by a guest. Please do that. Do not. Uh, so in IIG, we have certain time limits. Within 72 hours, all negative feedback to be reverted. Any positives within a certain time, but all reviews need to be responded. I would like to move into a next, seamless experience across all channels. So what does it matter of all channels? All channels means all areas of the hotel. There are rooms, there are restaurants, there are bars, there are multiple restaurants, there are spa, there are other facilities like banquets, there are meeting rooms, there are small boardrooms, or you are doing outdoor catering, or maybe you're going to someone's place and doing a serving a food. So seamless service, how does it happen? While doing all right things. You know, it is important to understand that uh, if someone is staying into the hotel, someone is a booked room. The guest will not only stay into a room. Guest will come to reception, will take a check-in, will go take an elevator, go to a room, use a Wi-Fi, on a clean bed sheet, take a shower, order for a food, or come down. So, if one place goes wrong to a guest, while guest will come back and say, "I'm sorry, you have 10 things right, but one thing is not right. Why is it so? It is disappointing. I'm paying so much of money." So, uh, so how does it happen that um, um, how do we work? We've got multiple channels of getting a guest feedback. Once we get verbal feedback, how do we come to a seamless experience that we got a verbal feedback? We put into a problem tracker, which we keep all guests has given a verbal feedback to us. Feedback coming to our IAG medallia reviews. All guests checks out, they get reviews. OTA channels, TripAdvisor, Booking.com. On a daily basis, we take the stock of all the feedback and discuss during our post morning meeting. And then every Wednesday we do a quality meet to review all those feedback and do a root cause analysis. Why this feedback is coming, and to make sure that feedback do not repeat again. All the head of departments are responsible to work on root cause analysis and make sure that does not repeat again. Once we do consistently, every week quality meet, every morning meeting, post morning meeting, we discuss reviews, we offer a service recovery. This becomes an opportunity to make sure that seamless experience. What does it happen? If you got seamless experience, I will not say that the hotel become perfect and they'll get all 100 mark. They will be a challenges, but how proactiveness to make sure that while stay guests have got issues and been rectified and connected with the guest to make sure that issues not been repeating. That hotels are in today's time, those hotels are doing exceptionally well in terms of making a good revenues. Uh, the team is happy, less attrition, great profits. The ownership is happy, the brand is happy, and more so over, the guests are very happy. So using a right tool and doing right thing is very, very important. And then what has happened that the training of a team member. So we have a learning and quality department does the training of all the team members, and also we have trainers in all the departments. They do a daily or a weekly or a monthly training and keep a data with us that what kind of training been imparted to all the team members to make sure that they have been really groomed after joining. Once they have done a professional course, they've got a job, but post a job also they've been trained on a daily basis or a weekly or monthly basis, and keeping a review of their experience, which becomes a perfect person to deliver a seamless experience. The learning does not stop at my level also. There are certain training which I should do on a monthly basis or a 6 month basis or a yearly basis, which I have to do it and keep a certificate with me that yes, I have done my training. Also, what happens? Why do we believe in seamless services? Because in today's time, all the brands, especially if I talk about IAG, hotels and resort, every year we've got a brand audit, which is which is unannounced audit. Someone is walks into the hotel, take all the services, and next day announce, call your general manager, I am your auditor. And they will announce us from a property upkeep, how about cleanliness, services, food experience, safety, and everything. Uh, and then next day check more rooms and other areas to give us a ranking, a rating. In case we get failed, it becomes a biggest challenge for the hotel. So we do not know, maybe while I'm talking to you, someone's walked to the hotels and I'm the auditor. So at 365 days, we need to be really on toes to make sure that uh, not because of an auditor, because there is a checks and balances happening, we need to make sure that we are ready for facing any kind of customers to giving a flawless services. I'll move on uh, to a next slide, which talks about social media engagement. I think I have spoken about on this point. How, um, it's about um, um, social media does not mean about um, only the OTAs. There are how do we connect to our guests in today's time, maybe on a Facebook, maybe on Insta, maybe in many other platforms. Whereas we have, as an IG, we have certain checks and balances. Are we really on a track or there's no track? Which we get a report on a monthly basis. Are we really doing right thing, or there is an opportunity, there's an improvement, what need to be done, what kind of response we are giving to the guest. Also, we get a dump which we can track on daily basis, that how are we doing it, how our competition hotels are doing it, in terms of how was our engagement, about our engagement, and what is the sentiments of a guest. So it is it is gives you a lot of information. If you really deep dive, it gives you uh, the opportunity to to improve your engagement from taking a right decisions into a right call. So um, uh, I'll give you an example, right? Uh, there are portal which gives a lot of wedding queries also to a hotel. There are external agencies. People go back and look at, maybe I'm living in US and coming would like to do a wedding of my family member in Delhi or Bangalore or Jaipur, some other place. I will see that what kind of engagement on those side has been done in terms of feedback, in terms of quality of pictures, in terms of everything. It really motivates me to look at way forward, not only from a platform where we book rooms, other things. There are other things also. So, and what kind of engagement happening is really. communication happen with the guest in case of query coming in. Are we really doing it? Are we responding on time? In case we don't respond on time, we might lose a lot of opportunities in today's time. I will move to a next point, which is about transparency and trust. I think in today's time where things are digital, people can see how hotel is doing on a mobile phone. We cannot hide anything. It is really to be transparent and to be and we should win a trust of a guest. You know, maybe there are feedback ways which have not been responded in right manner. We are not taking forward discussion um, in terms of guests giving a feedback, and we are not acknowledging a feedback. We need to look at how do we take feedback, in what manner we are doing it. Uh, I'll be very honest, right? Let's say if someone walks into your hotel and say that I did not like the food, call your chef, ask chef to speak to a guest, be it maybe guest, maybe the feedback that maybe XYZ item is not right. Take a feedback. Say, okay, fine, we'll work towards it. But maybe you leads to an argument with the guest, you know, and acknowledge that there is an issue. We will work towards it. Understand what is the palate of a guest, work that kind of food, offer in the evening time, come for a dinner or for a next day breakfast. I'm sure the guest is going to love it and going to come time and again. We have a lot of multiple guests what those were extremely regular to us. Someone come from west, come from south, uh, east. They have a different palate. But while we do a pre-arrival, do all those activities, okay, fine, so and so coming back again, like on breakfast, someone likes a black coffee, someone likes a this tea kind of tea, someone likes a masala tea, or someone likes a XYZ thing. We do, it becomes extremely good. And then the customer should have a trust on the organization that whatever we are doing it, we are transparent in an approach in terms of whatever we are charging to the guest, whatever we are offering to the guest. We are transparent, then only we are going to win the heart of everyone. I'll move to the next slide, which is about trust building and the initiatives. You know, in IAG, we have a lot of initiatives to build the trust of a guest. I'll give you example, right? You know, we have we talk about our cleanliness transparency because we have a training to all the team member, which includes me also, that what kind of chemical we're using, what are we cleaning, hard surface, soft floor surface, bathroom, with what we're using, and if a customer is asking, we can answer to it. So that kind of initiative we take as a global brand, that we need to make sure that those kind of things are being done. Also about you know uh, as I talk about the third party audits, like we do for a hotel audit, there is a food audit, there is a water audit happening. So example, uh, we go to our vendors, do an audit. How what kind of food they're preparing for us? Like we buy a raw food from them. Are they keeping a hygiene place? So it's all initiatives are being documented, given a guideline to us to make sure that we are not just running a hotel with no initiatives. So those kind of initiatives also, we have worked a lot of towards environment. We have moved from amenities which to be a plastic amenities. We have moved to a wooden amenities, which is a which is eco-friendly. Um, from a bathroom amenities used to be a soap, wastage was there, which is not, which was giving into a some soap, shampoo was coming into a plastic tube, which was not good for the environment. We have moved towards a bulk amenities, which is a bottle one, can be refilled. So now the plastic waste have reduced from us. Also, from what we have seen a humongous thing into the wastage about food wastage. We company As a company, we are extremely focused toward food wastage. We keep a tracker to it that every month, every day, we would like to reduce our wastage. Like in cafeteria, we used to have a dustbin for our wastage. Now we don't have dustbin in a cafeteria. So after you have to make sure that take that much only food which you can eat. There is no dustbin to put a leftover food. So everyone is aware. Same for a guest. We also educate them that these are the initiatives. Also, most important point about a uh, water bottle. We used to get a lot of plastic bottle wastage. Now we have moved from plastic bottle to a glass bottle watering plant to the hotel, where slowly over a period this has reduced, which has really worked for us. Now I'll move to a last point, which is about uh, ROI in a or ROI on a great exceptional services. So what has happened if you do all those activities which I talked about, it is yield you a better rates from a rooms, better rate from a banquet, because today's time customer would like to pay those hotel doing all right activities, giving a full satisfaction, they would like to pay more. In turn, gives you more profits, more salaries, more increments, more investment coming, more hotels coming in coming time, more restaurants are going to come, more banquet space are going to come. So my submission out here from to everyone, there is no shortcut. And to build your career, there is a professional course. I would urge everyone, if you want to come to a industry, look for a professional course and then move into industry. And then industry has also been moving so fast, will also guide you, also shape your future to become a stalwart in the industry. Thank you very much, AF, for giving wonderful opportunities. In case of any questions, I would love to answer to it.
Thank you, sir, for such a interesting, talk wherein, you
Mhm.
shared your experiences, and that was really, really very helpful, I guess, for the learners and all the attendees here.
Mhm.
So, before we move further with the questions, I just want to share a small video with all of you, which tells us, which will actually explain you that what all we are having here at AAFT online and what all you can learn here in case you enroll with us.
Is more than just an industry. It's an experience. Whether it's managing luxury hotels, planning grand events, or curating unforgettable guest experiences, this field is all about people, precision, and passion. If you're ready to take the first step towards an exciting and rewarding career, join us at AAFT Online.
Yes, so you're going to learn everything which the hotel industry offers, and you can, become a leader in this sector of hospitality. In case you want to learn more about this, this is our number. You can, maybe drop in a message or give us a call, or you can drop in an email to us at this ID, and we will be happy to get in touch with you to clear all your doubts and let you know what all we are going to cover in this entire 1 year and what all you will be learning so that you equip yourself to become leaders in the hospitality industry. All right, so let's move on further, sir, with the questions. And we have a question by Suvrajit, and he's asking that he wants to know that what can we do to make a guest smile, along with doing our regular work. Like, for example, he's written our service style, what change in our service style should we do to make the guest smile?
Well, there are multiple ways of doing it. Um, you know, when guest comes to the hotel, definitely he knows or she knows about that. I have paid for a room. I'll get a nice room. I'll get a if breakfasts are part of a package. I get a breakfast in case of nice dinner and all. But yes, I'll give a small example, right? If I'm staying for 3 nights on a first day, I ask for a certain preference. I want a masala tea or I want a black coffee. Next day, I come for a breakfast without asking if I got a black coffee on my table. Guest becomes extremely happy. Or if I stay into a room and and I'm using too much of um, uh, like tea or maybe English breakfast tea, a housekeeping associate can put a small tea that's, dear Mr. Gupta, I could say you'll be using black coffee or English breakfast tea. I put two more sachets to your room, and my name is Arun as an housekeeper or associate. Look for one of that becomes wow factor to a guest. So okay, amazing. They are noting down to every minute small things which guest doesn't expect. That becomes a wow factor to a guest and feel real smile and definitely go back and write about on a social media reviews or somewhere else. And in case something has not gone right, that becomes that guest might ignore small thing but say, okay, fine, they're really taking care of every mind small things from to us.
Great, sir. Thank you for answering that. Also, in case you have any questions, please drop them in the Q&A box. I'm taking questions from there. Okay, the next question is from Anto Thomas, and the question is that how do we curate service based on brand? Because guest expectation is the same, be it you focus on a luxury brand or a budget brand. So, what are your thoughts on this?
Well, I think if I talk about as an IHG, we've got a 19 brands, and every brand has their SOPs, uh, which been told to all the associates, all the team member, while on onboarding, on while they join, that how do we work, and there's a set of expectations. Like I'll give you, if we have an Holiday Inn Express, which is a no frill services, and I'm sure guests perceived come to the hotel, okay, I might get limited service. Someone comes to on a Holiday Inn, um, they have got a very nice concept called kids eat free. Guests been very happy to it. Crown Plaza been told as I've looked as the business hotel. Someone checks into an intercon, it's become a luxury. So we have those set standards for our brand to live up to the guest expectations and deliver to that brand and make sure that we do not do overdo and do not do less than that.
Thank you again for answering that, sir. Okay, we have a question by Pratap, and the question is that how can we increase the online reputation of a hotel, which is not a brand?
I think brand or no brand, I think someone is walking to your hotel has certain set of expectations. Someone is coming to a branded hotel, certain expect someone is going to a non-brand hotel expectations. Keep your basics right. Let's say if someone is staying in the hotel in today's time, what they expect? They expect a smooth check-in, they expect a clean room, nice hot water, good Wi-Fi, and very good breakfast. That's base expectations. If you keep those things right, guest becomes extremely happy. If you have these things are not right, whatever you do, either you're working for a brand or non-brand, guests will never be happy and never look at you. Uh, Once that's right, you can you can look for a great, amazing scores online. You can charge premium to a guest.
Right, sir, agree with you. Okay, continuing with Anto Thomas, here's another question that how, how important is the online travel agency's feedback on a hotel? How important that is?
Although all brand talks about uh, focusing on their own brand website, I mean to say, IAG has own, other brands has own, but whatever you do, we cannot ignore OTA channels because there are certain number of productivity come from those online channels. So it becomes very important, extremely important, imperative to have a great online reputation. Maybe you're getting a one room booking or a two room booking, but if you have a great online reputation, you can charge from a premium. In case you are a luxury hotel but you got a very poor online reputation, maybe you got a wonderful product but you may not getting a price to it. The way you have a online reputation, you get a price. But in today's time, there's no one OTA channel. There are multiple to it. And it is very important to make sure that in all OTAs, you really work very closely. And as I talked about, our process right. If your process right, you will get a very good reputation at online and your brand website. But you cannot ignore in today's time OTA presence.
Yeah, absolutely correct. Agree with you. Okay, Ansh has a question that what are the challenges which you might have faced in the front office, during a crowded time, and how do you improve that crowd management? Any tips on that?
See, I talked about meeting of pre-arrival meeting. When you do a one day before a pre-arrival meeting for next day, which calls also calls an accommodation meeting, I think your 99.9% problem resolves. If you're not doing it, so you do not know what is the arrival timing of a guest in case of group coming, wedding coming, or a FIT guest coming, or a corporate guest coming, you can plan your shift for next day. If you don't do that meeting, it becomes difficult. And what happened? It become a chaotic for a guest also and the team members also. So planning is very important in today's time. If you don't do a planning, guests will not wait for you. And then what happens then? It is ripple effect to you. Guests will go to a room. They got a poor travel experience. Go to a room, not happy thing. It become a snowball effect. So the same guest will have a multiple issues and go back and write on your social media, brand website, everywhere, and you will lose a customer. So it is important to do a pre-arrival meet to plan your next day.
Right, point taken. Planning is really important. Okay, Raj has a question that how to overcome manning problems in the hotel industry because hotels are facing this problem nowadays.
I'll give you when we started a career, right? We had no learning experience of the hotel. Whereas now things have completely changed. IAG as a brand has really taken care of our people. Well, we have heard about in IT sector about work-life balance or a banking sector, but now we have come back to a people. Now we also look at 5 working day. That means 2 offs a week get, and we really watch their working hours and the attrition ratio of the hotel. So it given a satisfaction to a team member. Yes, for hotels also there is a work-life balance. Uh, Also, there are a lot of communication channel at the place where we do team hearts and mind, fresh eyes, DCCs, connect with the general manager, the top leadership. So with all those activities, the team member can put forward the points, which has really worked for us. And I could see this step by taken by IAG as about work-life balance and 5 working days, which has really impacted in a positive manner to us. And training of team members while they're working to the hotel. What are they learning? What is the growth plan? After 18 months, team can opt for a transfer, can move other brand maybe if they see opportunities. And a lot of team members have grown within the company there. And it has given a lot of satisfaction to team members.
Right, sir. Also, so nowadays technology is like advancing at a very fast pace. So, what according to you is the role of this technology to enhance, the guest management and service personalization, say at your hotel, and how do you balance it, with that human touch?
So while no one can deny that uh, technology is extremely important, but however, other side of a thing that the human touch is very important. So what happened that there is a heart of the house which is not really facing to a guest. We really need to uplift. As an IAG, what we have done IAG Connect, which is spend in all the hotel huge amount to enhance the technology of the hotel, which gives you a lot of data about the guest, about the experience. I was talking about if someone is staying at Mumbai and coming to Delhi, we can really check out about the experience there in case. So, see, technology has really helped us out to understand. Also about Guests can see the menus, can do a ordering online, do a check-in, check-outs online. All those activities really increased from IT point of view, and a lot of communications really improved on it.
Got it, sir. Amit has a question that how to compete with a local hotel, which is well established because their rates are very comparable, and you are a hotel wherein your rates are very high. So how to do that?
Yeah, I've told you the ROI on the experience. So if you really want an experience, you want a safe hotel, you want a hotel with lot of guarantee about things going to be right, you have to pay for a premium. Let's say today, if you want to buy a iPhone, you have to pay for a premium. Otherwise, a lot of phones are available, which is on a much better price. But why people buy iPhone? Because of experience and their safety measures.
Yes, okay. Hanita has a question that what are some of the best resources and practices, for training and empowering a team?
As I was talking about during our time, there were hardly any module or any data was available to enhance our skills. But today's time, I think all major brands, or if I talk about IG, we got Merlin. When let's say someone joins to the hotel, got a Merlin ID where someone can log in and understand about brand and about learning ways of things. There are a lot of courses which is free of cost when someone can do it, no need to pay any money, about communication, about leadership development, about planning, about everything. Free of course, which someone can do it. It's a plethora of information, right? If someone does it, there is no end to it. But you need to spend some time. Let's say maybe you spend time 2 hours a week or 1 hour a week, can do a lot of really enhance the person's skills and ways of working.
Right. And also following this question, Hanita also has another question that any strategy which you apply to successfully, have a service recovery, any particular brilliant strategy?
So I think I will say service recovery, empowerment of your team members. Like associate standing at reception and he would like to or she would like to offer a service recovery, he should he should know that what how much what have been empowered to it to do that. What happened that he's looking for a manager or man looking for a head of department or what to a general manager, it becomes just disappointed. So service recovery is about how much is you empowered and do it effectively. Communicate to a guest, we have done this for you. Guest will be delighted.
Right. And we have a situational question here by Pankaj. And the question is that if we, get a guest complaint about the food, there is some particle or something found in the food, then what is the best way to handle that situation?
As I've told you, honest with the guest. Right. Today's time, I think the guests are well traveled. Yes. We all are human being can make mistake. Right. Unfortunately, we are not a system driven. We are a human driven industry. We will bound to make mistakes. Accept a mistake. Make sure that do a root cause analysis. Be honest to the guest. This has happened. We're really disappointed and apologize to you and do a root cause analysis why this has happened. Make sure should not repeat again. But what happened at time, want to give an excuse to a guest, it becomes very difficult and flare up to a guest that why we are not accepting a mistake which has been visible.
Right. I think acceptance at that time will build more trust of the
Good. Yeah.
uh, customer or the client. Right. So again, before we end this session, would just like to take a minute to tell you all that in case you found this webinar very interesting, be assured we at AAFT Online do keep on conducting such webinars and such interesting sessions for all the students who enroll with us. And in case you want to know more about, the admission process, etc., you can drop in an email to us or give us a call at these numbers and the email ID, which is flashing on your screen. And we would be really happy to get in touch with you. So, sir, before we end this session, because we're running out of time, and let me tell you, it was a wonderful session.
Thank you so much.
Your one, advice to all the people who are wanting to make their career in the hospitality industry, what would that be?
Well, there are things, the industry have completely changed, I could say now. It was not the same what was a few years back. Things have completely changed. But my recommendation to everyone, look for a professional course, then move into industry and have patience, right? I think first 2 3 years are time. Post you're doing hotel management, it's about learning time, learn. And I could say everyone, where lot of hotels are coming, lot of brands are coming. I think sky is not a limit to anyone. This is what I can say. And then industry doing exceptionally well. I think next year, 10 years, a golden year for us.
Right, sir. Thank you so much. And one last question. That's a request from one of the attendees,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that's from Ansh. And the question is that what about those candidates who have some kind of a disability? What are the, various areas in the hotel wherein they can work? Is
I'm really
front
sorry.
office something
Yeah,
which
yeah.
they
I
can work
think
in?
I think very, very important point to Ansh. I'm really sorry, missed out of it. We have a target at the hotel. Each hotel has a target called DSC candidates, colleague to hire. And I could say proudly, all hotel have those team members. And the best part, they are a guest facing area. They are not hide at one corner. They are guest facing area in front office, F&B, housekeeping. So we all have a target. And I'm telling you, those can I think associates are doing exceptionally well into the guest experience. I could say their name every time comes in terms of how are they doing it. Appreciate our initiative as well. So I think all had a, in terms of manning, we should have 2% of those DSC members in all the hotels.
Great, sir. Thank you so much for patiently answering all the questions that we had, and it was a wonderful session. Thank you so
Thank you.
much for highlighting the importance of planning, especially in the hotel industry, and how to build that trust to get that loyalty from the client. So thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you, and to all the learners, thank you so much for joining in. Have a good day. Bye bye.